Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? High fives, fist bumps, elbows, and butt squeezes. You know what we do. Here we are, because that's how I gets down at ready for F'd Up Radio.
Yo, what's good, New York? How's it going, USA?
Close to your ear holes, whispering in your ear gently to let you know about the day. So I hope everybody's doing great. Hope you had a nice week, nice weekend. Hope you had fun with whatever snow day. You like
Fine fun.
It was some couple hot days in there, so don't be snooty.
It sucked.
So it happens sometimes. You just gotta bear with it. Like back in the 90s when we had the blizzards.
Those bad boys were bad. Remember '96?
You didn't want that.
Yo, I never seen anything like that.
Trust me,
I've seen some blizzards since, but that was pretty bad though back in the '90s. Hell yeah.
You did not want that, because that's definitely a problem at the end of the day. Because everybody gotta get to work, and you don't want to dig your car out and have ice and whatnots on your windshield. So
yeah.
Sorry,
I think the glass was more flimsier back then, though.
Yeah, definitely. Like somebody spit on it too hard in this type of weather, it'll definitely crack. It'll look like a bullet hit it out of nowhere.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing today, but
yeah. So evolutionary.
I don't know.
But yeah, let's try to do better. Let's try to move forward. We can't keep the same plexiglass.
Yeah, it's true. But we haven't really evolved much from the 4-wheel concept, the box and 4 wheels.
True.
I was hoping for some Jetsons shit when I was a kid. You got older, you realize people are assholes on the road. Imagine in the air, but so maybe not. But at least a hoverboard. Can we get that? At least
I've actually seen a couple of prototype hoverboards.
Yeah,
nothing for sale, but they had some that looked like they were ready for go.
Yeah, aren't they usually superconducting, or they need they need to be dropped a certain amount of degrees below zero and anti-magnetic or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's like a little boombox that you charge it on. I think they say you get about 40 minutes on it. Maybe.
That's still 40 minutes of fun. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, but it actually
can it do it on any surface?
On any surface, it actually repelled on water too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because they was in a little like one of those skate parks.
Yeah.
With the little puddle. Dude he tried to go across it, but he fell halfway across. But the board kept going.
He should have wore a scuba flipper.
Yeah, definitely.
He would have pushed that water.
Definitely. Like I said, it looked cool. Like the board kept going. He fell in, but the board kept going. So
wait, is that Forge dude, the dude with the long hair? And I don't know. I watched a show that was similar. They did it over water, and he did.
Not sure. No, they didn't specifically do it over water. It looked like they were in like a created skate park. Like they were in doing ramps.
That's cool.
They were trying to use it like a skateboard, just without wheels.
Really?
Yeah,
and so they were doing it on a regular surface on a regular floor.
Yeah, you definitely got to see that video.
I got to see that. I got to check that one out.
Yeah,
put that on the freaking vehicle. Let's go. There's less friction.
Well, it'll be. That might be a little more dangerous putting it on a car, because I don't know how much control you would have in a car. It's
but by that point, they're gonna be automated, right?
What?
Your car is gonna be automated by the time they
technically the Teslas are
on the highway, and it's not necessarily automated or something like that. But people are using it and getting killed. I heard 2 stories.
Yeah, it's a couple of Teslas that are automated. So
still impressive work, though. You know what I mean? Crack a few eggs, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Give me people.
Can make a good sandwich. Can make a good omelet, if you know what I'm talking about. Everything.
Now he's in the stars and the richest man and all this stuff. It's crazy. 2021 has been nuts. I feel like it's like I feel like I'm reading a bad comic book backwards. It's a weird feeling, but you know.
It's oddly specific.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what's that about?
I don't know. It's just, we got the Elon Musk of the world. We got this guy Bezos stepping down, but really stepping behind the curtain. Like, you know, it's just weird. I don't know. It just seems comic book wordy.
I got
But
you.
it's real life, so it makes real life feel also ass backwards in that way. It's like, or maybe I don't know. Was it like this? And when I was a kid in Fantasyland, thought that adulthood would actually be more narrow, and then in reality, it's just everything's on its head anyway. So anything can be anything, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, get off that rant.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, but shit, man. Like these going back to these freaking cars and what's happening. Like the technology is like there, but I feel like they're just kind of teasing us almost in a way. And I get it. Maybe there's certain things that certain advancements that they're waiting for, like a true quantum computer, and maybe a realistic artificial intelligence that's out rather than than the machines that are out now. I don't know. When we get there.
But if we do get some sort of flying car, then you can't just get a regular driver's license anymore. You know that, right?
No.
It's not a car. Once the wheels and the ground are not a.
I think it's gonna be automated.
Anymore.
I think by the time we have anything that's similar to that,
You think it's gonna be automated?
I think
like
it's gonna be automated. I think it's gonna just take you where you need to go. You don't need, you just push.
And you think that's safer?
I don't think that's necessarily what they care about. I don't. Once it starts being developed, I don't. It could probably have the same mortality rate, but the fact that now people have less control of that, it's like it's harder for people to transport. If let's say if you're an opponent of the popularity, meaning whoever's like in control of whatever system, and when you try to move around to get some distance because they're after you, and maybe let's say for instance, what if you're actually justified for whatever reason? Now they have a little bit more control of that, right? It's all about that. It's I feel like not all about that, but there's dangers in the slow implementations that can come along from enhancements in technology, and I feel like why wouldn't they make all vehicles automated if that thought of thinking is necessarily true, whether it be conspiracy or not, like.
Well, they're still testing the automated drivers, from what I understand. But there were a couple of casualties as well that I am aware of.
Yeah.
So. Like you gotta start somewhere. Like, so is not good for them to sell a faulty product. No, which I don't think they're trying to do. So probably the person that it happened to was one of the testers, which you really gotta think about the job choices that you do.
Yeah.
So if that's your job to test something like that, you really gotta think about it before you just jump in there.
Yeah,
Because just like when some people first discovered cruise control and whatnot, like a lot of people was trying to nap behind the wheel on purpose.
I still see it, man. I still see videos released of it. It's crazy.
Just because you found cruise control, it's like that doesn't mean the
okay.
car is gonna follow the path of the street.
Super selfish for you, by the way. You're not the only one. You're like,
that's
it'll be okay.
ridiculous.
You're risking it. You want to risk it for yourself. It's one thing, but you're risking it seriously for a lot of
lives.
Yeah,
a lot of lives.
Insane.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, I understand laziness, but it's like
get somebody else to drive. You take a nap. Switch.
It's like people go out of their way to be lazy.
I saw the one video I saw that was this. I only seen one video, and I believe it was recent, but maybe not. But it was a couple. But they looked like a couple in the front seat, and they were both passed out in the Tesla, just going.
Yeah.
just going, just
I don't trust
cruising.
that.
And it was another car that was recording them. They sped up to them and was just passing by and just caught the whole thing.
So this is what I'm saying. So if you already have that much trust in something that is not necessarily meant for that purpose, it's like, when you actually make a product for that purpose,
You know,
you gotta test it.
humans don't like taking responsibility at all for so it's
For
like now
anything, yeah.
so now they're gonna just I feel like they're gonna we are gonna start leaning into this
Okay.
more and then not take responsibility and start blaming it on the manufacturer or the
At
or
that-
that system of thinking or that company
Because
that made it whatever.
at that point, you would have to, because you got to think about you got to think about it. You got to think about it on a bigger scale. If they actually manage to replace the car, right,
Right,
with a hover car or even a self-driving car. Let's try that first.
right,
So if they manage to successfully implement the self-driving car and it actually takes over to where you're not supposed to be driving type thing, right?
right.
Then you really you got no choice but to blame the manufacturer or the car, or for the car being faulty, because now you're not supposed to be driving. Like they took the driving out of your hands now. As a remote car.
Right.
So you could blame yourself for letting it happen. Like that's a big old possibility, but you can't. It's not like you could say, "Oh, I blame this driver because he was drunk," or "I blame that driver because they weren't paying attention."
Right, but I mean,
it all comes down to faulty wiring or
that
tampering, or because you got to think about hackers at that point now too.
even so, but people would do that in the sense because the reason why these such luxuries will exist because they don't want to take responsibility again. Like
Of course.
And that's I think the
But
more
even
technology enhances, we become lazier and more dependent on it,
Yep.
and more hands off on just reality.
Exactly. And it's getting worse because all the stuff you see in movies, the like you said, the flying cars, getting there with the self-driving cars, that's the first step. The VR headsets, those are getting you closer to virtual reality, and that's being more realistic by the day.
Right. Yeah, they're getting pretty good with that stuff, man.
Yeah,
Like,
so
crazy.
they're coming at you at all sides with the technology, trying to keep your attention so you don't understand when everything actually changes around you. And then, like I said, you got no choice but to give up your driver's license and take that self-driving car because you wasn't aware that you needed to stop it, or you wasn't aware of what was going on because you were so razzle-dazzled by what was happening,
You think there's ever gonna be a time that they're gonna make these manual cars with the ones that that we use now, that we drive ourselves? You think there ever be a time that they'll make those like road illegal because all the automated vehicles and stuff like that, they want you to take it off the road and you can't use it anymore? I'll probably have certain festivals and rallies for it and shit like that.
If there was a once we figure out how to manufacture like cars and like even if it is a self-driving car, no matter what type of car it is, a vehicle. Once we learn how to manufacture a vehicle without fossil fuel, that will happen.
Okay.
Because any gas car will be like scrap. Like they'll be, like I said, at first using it in junkyards to pretty much get rid of it at that point.
Well, I mean,
except for a couple of good ones that they're gonna keep in museums, still gonna be worth all this money, but you can't put it on the street because it's not gonna be street legal because that's going to be one of the
I
first
definitely
few
see that
gas
happening.
engines.
No, I agree. I think they gotta start making those things illegal first. You're right.
Yeah.
All the fuel engines.
That's what I'm saying, because we trying to go green anyway. So like that's going to be the first thing to happen.
It's like remember you had to put filters on your mufflers and stuff like that. Thank God for that, because I remember New York stank when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It got better.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, like, so that you can see that trend moving along, and you know that's not necessarily a bad thing. We want cleaner air, but yeah, you're right.
And
like
you want
but that's
natural
also
fuel too.
yeah, and that's also a good reason to start taking those things away.
Because
They
technically,
start using that.
didn't they start with the city buses, like making them like electric?
Yeah, and I heard Biden has a plan to do that for all federal vehicles.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, all right, if they're going completely electric, that's a great start, because that's where a majority of goddamn gas is being wasted in public transportation.
Yeah, especially like diesel, like diesel trucks. So you know ones that are doing our big transports now. These things need to be powerful. They need to go long distances.
Exactly.
So they you can't. They're necessary. They're super essential for our lives. So they need good trucks, man. But there's so many on the road, and of course people get intimidated with them. That aside, these things still pump out so much fuel, and they are actually making these vehicles that can carry the same kind of weight and strength.
Yeah, I was. You just reminded me of. I stumbled on some research like that. I just forget what country it was, but I'm gonna put the video up and show you what it is that this country has been working on. Well, one country is working on self-driving trucks that are actually solar powered or battery powered. They're battery powered. They can travel a certain amount of distance by themselves. Like, you just hook up whatever you're gonna hook up to it, let it go. But then
Gotta be with it.
yeah, but then it was another country that they built it's like almost like the safest Mack truck you've ever seen. It's
Really?
like, it almost looked like Iron Man's helmet. It's like on the inside, because like you have like 360-degree blind spot mirrors.
Nice.
And it comes up in your screens. I mean, in your windows, so you can see literally 360 degrees around your whole truck.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so like you don't even have to turn your head, or like
Yeah, so it looks like the car's the
Yeah.
truck split in half. Then, like, you just look through it, and
yeah, like when you use a 360 camera, and what it does, it just stitches, like how your eye view is about 120 degrees across.
yeah,
So for every 120 degrees, the camera stitches itself to that, whatever's onto that. So those two cameras or three cameras or however many cameras was on it, it's like you can like literally see around your whole truck, and all the cameras are in front of you. It's like, so you don't have to like whip your head around like you would be like trying to get to your rearview mirrors normally.
pretty
Like
dope.
you could just be like, like moving your eyes and see everything.
What about going interstellar, bro? Let's take another jump forward. Like, now they're talking about manned missions to Mars by 2025 and shit like that. You got what's this guy's? Was it Blue Star or some shit? Bezos has a company.
Wait,
Elon Musk has a company. Going back to the very beginning of weird ass comic book shit.
They're still doing that?
Yeah, they both still do. Absolutely. But you know what's funny? Elon was one of, not funny. It's not funny. There's a lot of fucking money spent, I'm sure.
It is a lot of money.
Elon Musk, one of his rockets failed coming back down because he's been Star X or something. They've been working on this for a while, where the missile comes up, comes back down, and sits right back on the launch pad. That hasn't really ever been done, and he succeeded in a couple of times. But every once in a while, it comes back down, and it goes kabooey. And just recently, it blew up. But I don't know, man. He has so much cash. They just put another rocket out soon, and they just working that out. And I guess it's, Rome wasn't built in a day, that kind of shit. So that trial and error has to happen. And luckily, these ships are unmanned, so that's cool. At least there's no fatalities. I hope.
Yeah, cause I've been hearing about plans to excavate Mars for quite some time. I actually thought they started already,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, the drones are out there, right?
uh-huh.
And they're taking like collection and samples and shit. And I think China just brought something back from over there, and so yeah, it's interesting stuff going on. They want to terraform it. That would
Yeah,
be
they're
interesting.
the whole planet, like, cause they're trying to use it as a replacement for here.
Just as a backup plan.
Uh,
Would you go? Would you go?
See, it's more of a plan A. It's not a backup plan. It's like,
We are the backup plan and come back here.
like, this is a bunch of stuff they're not telling you.
There's this. I forgot who said it. But there was a good argument. It was like, you think like rich people really want to live like that, like going over there? It's gonna be hard in the beginning, dude. Like the first people going out there, and you're gonna be
That's
the pioneers. for
That's
sure,
why
but-
I thought. That's why I thought that they said they were gonna do it now. That they were gonna start. Well, back when I heard it, because I heard they were gonna send a certain amount of people over there, and they were gonna be the ones to start it, and it was gonna take.
Scary shit, bro.
Yeah, they said
It's like, nah.
they said it was gonna take X amount of years for them to get this certain amount of area. And I was like, all right, that sounds like reasonable time. They should just do that now.
How are you gonna put them to sleep for a second, like when they travel?
I didn't.
Oh God, I would love that.
I
Dude,
really didn't get the details.
If I would travel to Mars, I would love. Yeah, put me to sleep. Put whatever you're gonna put. I'll take it. Like, just put me out. It's gonna take like 30 days to get there or more and shit like that. Like, nah. Now every time you look out the window, you see fucking blackness and stars
I understand.
and shit spooking you out.
Yeah, we all got our things. I'm like that with cruises, but everybody's different. You could it might be fun for some people, but like at the end of the day, that's the general goal is that as a replacement for here. So it's pretty much just start over, but hopefully it's not gonna be a bad start over. Hopefully people learn their lesson and not just do what they did before.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, because those who try to burn the past are doomed to repeat it.
We all do. Nah, even if we know the past, even like I feel like we still repeat the shit. We're still repeating shit. Like, it's crazy. We don't learn. We just be like, oh look, we're gonna read about when we did this again in history. And remember when we did that? Oh yeah, we killed that guy. And then everybody who liked them wanted to kill us. Oh, they killed our guy. Then we all wanted to kill them.
But doing this would be a good fresh start. Like you're on Mars. Like you can be like sci-fi people. It's like you could maybe meet an alien or something, or make a ray gun, or whatever.
For me, the best case scenarios that are the people that would be sent out there. I would hope for them to be highly intellectual, very reasoned people.
Oh, of course, they're leaving on what every government suspiciously names the Ark, and that's what's gonna end up there first. Those are all the smartest, the scientists and whoever's popular, like the elite people.
Right.
So everybody else, aka survivors, it's like those are gonna be the ones that are mixed in. Because we made it to the rocket before they took off.
We have a kind of Mad Max kind of planet by that point.
Yeah. You have to, because you can't really expect it. You can't expect the Mad Max level of danger. You gotta expect.
I'm just saying.
Let's say, worst case scenario, what happened to the dinosaurs? So, who knows? Like, nobody really knows for sure. It's like, so speculation, propaganda, lies, conversation.
Yeah.
Comments. Put the motherfuckers in the goddamn box. So we got to talk about this. You know, we gotta connect. We gotta get to know each other. We have to Wally. So.
Yeah. I gotta do it.
Ohana means family.
I can't keep up. Voices.
What was his name? Stitch.
Oh,
Stitch was
what you doing?
Stitch was I'm not gonna say he was a crackhead, but
He was an alien.
he didn't have a home at first.
He was a rogue. I mean, he was also an experiment, right?
Yeah, definitely. He was an experiment. I think his name was
You know this.
275 or something like that.
Crazy. I don't know if that's right or not. I'm still impressed.
Yeah, like it was a whole. I actually watched the television show, so they gave a whole backstory on how many brothers and sisters he has, and why he's named the way he's named.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it was an interesting show.
I think I kind of remember
back on
that.
Disney.
Yeah, slightly remember that.
Yeah, Disney knows how to pull you in.
Sorry, people.
What was that?
Disaster. Trying to get my cup.
In lighter news, heart attacks occur.
Yeah, we all right. I'm kidding.
Visit us in the ER after this.
No, we don't have an ER. Do not visit us. Keep your heart attack at home.
They're like, where? What's the address? My clinic is answering me. Where are you?
Not here. Still not here.
But at least we can surgically tickle your funny bone, at least.
Word.
And get those jokes in there. I hope that we got the ha-has. And, you know, thank you all for joining. I appreciate all the comments that you all spread upon us. I read them every
Always
time.
much love, yes, for sure.
Anybody that liked, I liked you back. You know what I'm talking
For sure,
about.
yeah, that's really appreciated, you know.
Yeah, man.
And
I hope you all are fired up about the next upcoming episodes, because we're trying to amp this up for you. We're trying to make this better for you. We're trying to give it all we got. You know, we don't have much, but trying to give it all we got.
yeah. So, you know, if you guys have any suggestions, ideas, topics you want to talk about, anything like that, you know, by all means, definitely we'll appreciate any advice you guys got. And we'll keep moving forward, and hopefully we keep entertaining you, at least filling some time for you guys. And yeah, well, again, those products are coming soon. We got some things being worked up in the back, and soon enough, you know, you guys, you know, will get a review on those things.
So I hope you guys had a nice viewing on those things. And this is gonna be another night of Effed Up Radio. I'm one of your hosts, StablestSHADY.
This is Twiggz Rivera, y'all.
We're gonna be all up in your ear hole in another episode, and we'll holler at you.
USA, New York, love you guys. Take care.